Well, to understand why President Trump is facing so much backlash over the Jeffrey Epstein case, you have to step back. Before the Epstein scandal, a lot of people had long suspected child sex abuse among the rich and powerful elite. For example, people believed unfounded claims the Clintons were running a child sex ring from a Washington pizza restaurant, to the point that one man stormed in with a gun in 2016 expecting to expose a child sex ring that did not exist. Well, 3 years later, in 2019, the arrest of Jeffrey Epstein did exist, and it provided evidence of a shockingly large child sex ring led by a very wealthy man who was very well connected to the social and political elite. And just before he became Trump's FBI director, Kash Patel said Epstein kept a written list of his clients who partook in child sex crimes.
Epstein is a key that picks the lock on so many things.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would.
And in February of this year, Trump's Attorney General Pam Bondi was asked about Epstein's client list, and she said that it was sitting on her desk.
Releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients? Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now to review. That's been a directive by President Trump.
And less than a week later, Bondi said names should be released tomorrow.
What you're going to see, hopefully tomorrow, is a lot of flight logs, a lot of names, a lot of information.
Well, that did not happen. And then some 5 months later, she said there is no client list after all. And when she said it was sitting on her desk, she meant the broader case file, which upon further review contained no such list. And she concluded Epstein died by suicide, citing prison surveillance video that appeared to have been edited. She then said 1 minute of the video was in fact missing due to a standard nightly reset.
There was a minute that was off the counter, and what we learned from Bureau of Prisons was every night, they redo that video. It's old, from like 1999, so every night the video is reset.
While a data analysis by Wired found nearly 3 minutes were cut and reported the video appeared to have been stitched together from multiple clips. Trump, meanwhile, called it all a hoax and scolded his supporters for believing it.
It's all been a big hoax. It's perpetrated by the Democrats, and some stupid Republicans and foolish Republicans fall into the net.
Well, that drove pushback, first because Trump is chiding many of his own supporters for expecting to see Epstein's list of clients and questioning whether Epstein really died by suicide.
All it is the Republicans, certain Republicans got duped by the Democrat. Instead, they want to talk about the Epstein hoax. And the sad part is it's people that are really doing the Democrats' work. They're stupid people.
And while Trump has not been accused of wrongdoing in relation to Epstein, years ago, he used to hang out with Jeffrey Epstein. And in a 2002 New York Magazine article, Trump was quoted as calling Epstein a terrific guy, a lot of fun to be with, and that he likes beautiful women as much as Trump does, and many of them, referring to Epstein, are on the younger side.
Why do you think your supporters in particular have been so interested in the Epstein story and so upset about how it's been handled? Why do you think that is?
Why they would be so interested? He's dead for a long time.
Which is raising questions of whether or not Trump might be named in the files.
But I don't understand why the Jeffrey Epstein case would be of interest to anybody.
While Trump dismissing interest in the case may appear to misalign with what his own team has said about the case.
There are well over, this will make you sick, 200 victims. 200. So we have well over 250 actually.
The DOJ FBI memo upped that to more than 1,000 victims.
I don't understand what the interest or what the fascination is. I really don't. I think really only pretty bad people, including fake news, want to keep something like that going.
Which all provides context for the pressure Republican leaders are feeling in Congress and the pressure that they are putting on the Trump administration to release more information.
One of the worst human trafficking rings in American history run by this scumbag. And I think the more we know about it, the more we get out there, the better it is.
And while Trump has said we would not want to see the Epstein case files because they're boring,
It's pretty boring stuff. It's sordid, but it's boring.
and while he claimed we also should not see it because it's made up,
I would say that, these files were made up by Comey. They were made up by Obama. They were made up by the Biden, we went through years of that.
a lot of people want to be able to read it and decide for themselves. And based on the pressure that they are exerting on Washington, more information could be released by our next round of Money, Power, and Politics.